I did want to mention again this group course that I have where we go deeper into all 10 of these strategies. So today we talked about what can help you. But what I have found in my experience from several years ago, where I would, again, read all the books, take all the classes, talk to therapists, but if I don't actually do something to incorporate it into my life, I'm just learning, but I'm not doing. Does that make sense? And so I realized I needed to work with a coach or, and that kind of thing. And that helped me actually put into practice the things that I was learning. And so I became a health and wellness coach myself because I now want to help others um, kind of walk alongside the path with them, but also help shine a light, right, on the things that at least have helped me so I can share with others in hopes that it lessens their suffering, right? Because I suffered for a long time by myself. um, so in this group course, it's going to be lessons and coaching, exercises, and a community all wrapped up in one. And the goal here is to become more resilient, connected, and joyful. Past participants have said things like, I'm feeling calmer in my caregiving. Fellow caregiver connections and renewed sense of confidence and resilience that I can face the challenges of caregiving and seek support to not go at it alone. I think that's not a full sentence, but that was the question there in my survey to past participants is like, what results have you seen? What have you come away with? Another person said, I feel part of a larger network of people who are often invisible to much of society due to the nature of chronic illness, long COVID and ME/CFS for my partner. She went on to say, I feel held by the wisdom and care of beautiful people doing their best, as I am, in the face of unexpected life-altering and non-linear trajectories of illness and grief. That was so beautifully said. Um, so in this group course, I'm actually going to be starting it on May 17th, a little bit over a month from now. So what it consists of are bite-sized video lessons with working exercises. In total, it's about 100 plus minutes, but it's spread over 10 weeks. And then there's going to be bi-weekly 90-minute group sessions with coaching, an online community that's private to just the course participants that includes guidance from me if you have questions or want comments on any reflections you may have. One of the favorite parts of this program is people love the buddy matching program, so you can meet new friends who understand. You'll be matched with someone new every 2 weeks. And then we have a bonus of a 1 hour group session focused on Zen meditation. So I'll teach you how to meditate as my Zen teachers have taught me. And that's, again, been very restorative for myself. New this year is I'm actually hiring someone who actually has gone through my course and is a caregiver herself. And she would be giving a 1 hour group session on somatic tools and personal writing. And then another bonus is a 30-minute private inner wisdom coaching session at the end of the course to help you figure out what you want to do next and how to take those lessons further into your life and perhaps see if there's other types of support you might need. So the investment is $695. It's about the cost of 3 therapy sessions. And if you look at all of the line items, all the things that's included, it's actually substantially less than if you had to pay for everything. And I feel weird, to be honest, to be totally transparent, charging money, and yet I need to do it to keep my overhead costs, to cover my overhead costs for free things like today's workshop, like the free support groups, my free email newsletters, and all of those things. Another coach is offering a 4-week program on setting boundaries for $1,000. And it doesn't offer video lessons. The class size is larger, has 20 students versus ours is going to be much smaller. There's no online community, no buddy matching, and no bonuses. So just to kind of do a price comparison. Um, and if you're thinking, if you don't have enough money, there is a money back guarantee. If you're not satisfied with results, I've shown you've done all the homework and attended the group meetings, I will refund you. I have full confidence, and I've had everyone who's taken my group courses in the past have found it super beneficial. And in some cases, they have said life transforming. Because I'm a board certified health and wellness coach, you might be able to use your tax advantage FSA or HSA accounts. And then there's payment plans and partial scholarships for anyone experiencing financial difficulties. And these scholarships are funded by donations from previous course participants because I really want others to experience this too. And then I always say I don't have enough time. And what I'd like you to consider is that when you are more resilient, connected, and joyful, everyone around you benefits. So investing time and energy into your own well-being is going to pay off big time for your family members, everyone who's ill, and your other family members. Everyone around you is going to benefit. And so when you invest in high ROI activities, it actually gives you more energy and time in the long run. It's well worth it, the time. And if you can't make it to any of the group or all of the group sessions, don't worry, they'll be recorded. And I want to ask you, what's the cost of not being resilient, connected, and joyful? Here's some other quotes from other people who participated. While this caregiving journey has been the hardest experience of my life so far, the course and the lessons learned have been incredibly valuable and helped transform me for the better. It's not been easy, but the skills, knowledge, and support from Kim have made me a better listener, more present, honest, and compassionate caregiver and human. Another person said, I feel like I'm carrying this course forward into my life by continuing to practice the concepts and skills learned. I feel hopeful despite being a very dark period of a health downturn for my wife. My wife notices when I am well. I have learned that it's natural to struggle and feel overwhelmed at times, but there are certain factors I can influence and control to show up as best as I can each day. So if you'd like to learn more, feel free to email me. My email's here, kim@caregiverwisdom.net. I'm happy to jump on a free 30-minute caregiver support strategy call to talk about this course or anything else, quite frankly. Anything you might need support on. And you can also sign up for my free email newsletter here if you're not already on it. But most of all, I really hope that you gain something from attending today's workshop, whether you sign up for the course or not. That's not as important as finding, that you found something valuable from today's workshop. My deepest wish is for you to feel more resilient, connected, and joyful. And so with that, does anyone have any comments or questions? Go ahead, Charlie.
I just wanted to share that, the group course experience that I had, I took 3 courses with Kim, and one was on ambiguous loss last summer. And it was a really meaningful experience to connect with other people. I consider them dear friends, and Connie's on the call today, and Bruno's on the call, who are friends from those courses, and it's wonderful to see them. And Janet as well. It's wonderful to see you too, Janet. So just that ongoing connection that I've been able to maintain in my life, and I always feel like I can come back to the different offerings that Kim has, whether it's a group course or the free monthly support call that I also find very supportive. So just wanted to say I'm very grateful for what Kim puts out there in the world and how it's helped me to maintain a sense of connection with others who are going through something very similar and to not feel alone in this. So thank you, Kim.
Thank
Thank you, everyone who I met through it. Yeah.
you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Jeff, I see your hand is up next.
Hi. Yeah, I've done a couple of courses over the years, and I try to get one each year at least. I'm going to actually be doing this next one coming up. I always those same questions always come up. When am I going to find time? Or I always feel underwater, and there's just too much going on with work or caregiving or life in general. And it is one of those things that really does give you back more than what you end up putting in. It just gives you more energy. And I think we said on the call today that taking care of yourself is so important to taking care of others. And this is one of the critical ways that I try to take care of myself by doing the monthly calls and then and then trying to get into these courses at least once a year. I don't think I've done the ambiguous loss one yet, even though I've seen the topic several times. So I'm really excited to have a deeper dive and yeah, hope to see others here on the call in the program.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jeff. So glad you can join this time around for this particular course. Thank you. Connie, I see your hand up.
I just wanted to say I did the ambiguous loss course sorry, the cat is knocking my computer screen. I did that last summer with Charlie and met wonderful caregivers, was finally able to relate to other people who are caring for someone who is extreme and severely ill. Whoa, sorry. Um, Anyways, it was so very, very beneficial. And the ambiguous loss was just such a profound change in my life to identify it and to begin to process it. It just freed my energy and my mind space. It built more energy, more resilience, and so many tools that I continue to use. And for myself and my grief practices, because in the last year, I've lost my younger brother, my mother, um, many, many, many losses. And grief does cycle in and cycle out, and all of these things help me to lift myself back up and hold both the grief and other blessings and pleasures and joys at the same time so that I'm not swallowed up by the grief. And it's just amazing how grief continues to rise up. Just recently, it's like the anniversary of my mom's birthday and my brother's getting sick last year. And then I was watching a TV show and a commercial came on for the Botanic Garden in Santa Barbara, which I was a member of, and it is one of my favorite places. And I always imagined that I would be doing walks there and just participating. And it just came over me that I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to go there again, or I don't know, it's just the unknown. And it just brought on so much grief and loss, and it's just, time to process another thing. And one other thing, I'm really happy that you're having somatic tools and personal writing as part of this, because I find them to be such incredibly powerful tools, especially the somatic practices, because what we don't process gets in our bodies. and can cause more illness and more problems. So I am just immensely grateful for having taken your course on ambiguous loss. It was, I think, the most beneficial and profound course I've ever taken.